Hello there, you clicked on the Philadelphia Regional Northeast Update this Christmas 2013. Let's take a look at the weather over the next few days for the Northeast. Well, we have cold for now, but warming up for the weekend. Snow moving through the mountains overnight tonight, and a possible flurry cannot be ruled out for southeastern Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at the details. Currently on the National Watches, Warnings, and Advisories map, there are no warnings, watches, or advisories for anywhere in the Philadelphia tri-state region. However, we do have a winter storm warning out here for western New York State, and also a winter weather advisory out here for also northern and western New York State, right along the lake right here. And also we have a winter weather advisory here for portions of coastal Maine. Let's take a look here at the winter radar for the Northeast. We have some snow moving into western Pennsylvania, also across southern Ohio and western New York State. This is a disturbance in the jet stream that is going to slide eastward overnight and dump some snow pretty much in the higher elevations of the mountains here in the Appalachians, interior Northeast, anywhere up through here, New England, through Vermont, New Hampshire, is where they're going to have to watch for the significant snowfalls. Could get a straight flurry anywhere from New York City down through Philadelphia, and I would not rule out the district, although it's difficult for them to get snow, especially from these systems that come from the west where they have to make it through the mountains in order to get here. So maybe another additional round of flurries for the major cities here as we close the curtain on Christmas night into December 26th. Again, this is just a disturbance in the jet stream, which is going to aggravate lake effect snows overnight, and that's pretty much what is going to be pushing eastward right here. Checking the Northeast satellite imagery, enhanced infrared. We can see the lower top clouds right here as they're not quite as bright green or yellow, moving across the western part of the Northeast, and will continue to work its way eastward overnight. Snow bands right over here in the central parts of Pennsylvania, as we can see in a little bit of the higher elevated cloud tops in the green. So this system again sliding northeast, bringing some snow to the mountains, but not so much for any of the major cities, although they could see a dusting out of this. Currently we have 30 degrees at the Philadelphia International Airport, 26 degrees at Allentown, 28 in Harrisburg, 21 down at Atlantic City, 29 degrees at New York City right now, and 29 degrees at DC. And we have 1 degree up here in Bangor, Maine, and also 13 degrees here in Portland. And we have 20 degrees currently right now in Boston. The snow, according to the station observations right now, 27 degrees and light snow in Pittsburgh. And it looks like it hasn't reached any part of the lake shore in western New York State yet, although it's probably just not reaching the ground in those locations. So very light and widely scattered, again moving east overnight. And we currently have much of the 20s across the state of Pennsylvania up into New England and also New York State. Probably get a little bit cooler tonight, maybe down to the lower 20s or upper teens for the overnight lows. We still have a little bit of a gradient here in the pressure tendencies, so a little breezy across the mountains of Pennsylvania tonight. And any snow squall that moves through the area will cause a nice little breeze. So if you're on Interstate 80 here overnight, definitely drive with caution because some accidents can happen, especially when the snow just comes out of nowhere. So what can we expect overnight as far as accumulated snowfall? Looking at the NAM model here in the Northeast, looks like all the heaviest snows will be in western Pennsylvania, probably due to the lake effect here. Also some bands set up just east of State College and Penn State and over the mountains here. And also we have some snow setting up across central Massachusetts, Boston, down into Connecticut, also southeastern New Hampshire, up into Maine, and we have a pretty significant snow band setting up here overnight in northern New York State across the Catskills or the Adirondacks. Another lake effect band setting up here overnight. If you're going to Michigan, if you're flying into Detroit, check your flight schedules because you're going to have some delays, if not cancellations. Flying into Chicago, Milwaukee, check your flight schedules again, especially if you're leaving from any of the major cities and heading into the Midwest or up into New England. Some delays are definitely likely and possible. And this is snowfall into 1 o'clock a.m. on Saturday. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, but that is when that is good until. And looking at the temperatures overnight into tomorrow morning, it looks like the 20s across parts of the city and into the teens across the mountains and the Poconos of Pennsylvania and the teens up into New Hampshire. Here comes the snowfalls. We're going to put this model into motion for you. This model is showing much of the snow over here in this panel, not doing much as far as accumulation after it gets through the mountains. Might not even snow in Philly. Couldn't rule out the possibility of a stray flurry overnight. And looks like Friday during the day, temperatures get up into the 20s. Tomorrow, the temperatures get up into the 40s. But then for Friday, it looks like temperatures actually do make it into the 40s. And for Saturday, during the day, it looks like temperatures will rebound well into the 50s. So a warming trend here heading into the weekend, but not before an Arctic blast comes into next week, and even a couple of storms on the horizon. So definitely make sure you check our U.S. national discussion for the details on the upcoming possible nor'easters in early January, first and second week of January. So that's the regional Northeast summary, including Philadelphia. Keep it right here as we have the potential East Coast storms heading our way. Check out the U.S. national discussion. And also check out our graphics and our forecast discussions as those are updated daily. In fact, everything is updated daily. Thanks for choosing Weather Ranger. It's a pleasure to serve you. Please leave us feedback if we can improve on anything. And have a Merry Christmas. And we will be back at it tomorrow. So have a good night. And thanks for choosing Weather Ranger. Keep it updated on weatherranger.com. Thank you and have a good one.